Something I was thinking about today that could potentially be helpful if you're feeling a lot of stress or anxiety or worry about something upcoming at work or school, like a big presentation, a big project, a big test, like the CPA exam, anything else you're having to take, is just realize that like stress and anxiety, it's just not helpful. It doesn't accomplish anything. Of course, sometimes these emotions or these feelings are gonna pop up and there's nothing you can do about it. When it first comes up, but then you can realize, hey, I'm feeling anxious. How do I respond to this? And it's just not helpful. Like if you're worried about failing something ahead of time, all that means is that even if you do fail, that just means you went through it twice. Like your experience right now, you're sitting and thinking about how much it's gonna suck in the future when you go through the difficult thing and when you fail it. So you're experiencing it now, and then you experience it later when it actually happens. So you've gone through it twice. So what purpose does that serve? It's just creating suffering for yourself ahead of time. It doesn't, in no way does it move you toward your goals, does it make things better, does it make things easier. If anxiety can prompt you to take action to try to mitigate the negative outcome, then that can be a positive thing if it gets you to actually move and take action. But if anxiety and worry about the future just has you sitting and wallowing in what's gonna happen, then that just kind of sucks. Like there's a quote about, I've suffered many things in this life, most of which were in my head. Because how often do we worry or are we anxious about the future and then it doesn't even come true? You've gone through so many difficult things and you're worried it's going to turn out poorly, but then if it turns out well, what was the point of putting yourself through all of that pain and suffering? You didn't have to do that. If you're worried about failing the CPA, but then you pass, all of that anxiety and stress it didn't do anything because the outcome you feared didn't even happen. So when you're worried, when you're anxious, you don't have to just sit in it and wallow in it. You can choose to take action to create the future you do want to happen. So it's not helpful. It's not being kind to yourself. So you can choose to not pay as much attention to it and not wallow in it and be stuck in it.